distinguished guests, respected leaders, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the six-book series, Shaping Ethical Futures in Leaders of Africa, authored by Ms. Bilkisu Abubakar Sambo. This timely collection addresses the urgent need to restore moral values, integrity, and ethical leadership across our continent. These books are more than publications. They are a movement and a practical roadmap for raising a new generation for responsible African leaders. The six books. 1. Integrity Start With Me. It teaches children that integrity begins with personal choices and daily actions. 2. Young leaders, strong values, equips teenagers with character and values to become positive models. 3. Integrity in School. A practical guide for educators to build ethical learning environments. 4. Raising children of integrity. It offers parents proven strategies for raising honest and morally grounded children. 5. Integrity in the community and society. It calls on communities to foster collective ethical behavior and civic responsibility. 6. Leadership. Ethics and anti-corruption provides guidance for institutions and leaders on accountability and transparent governance. What makes this series unique? It covers every stage of development, from childhood to leadership. It is deeply rooted in African values. It offers practical solutions, not just problems. And it makes integrity the foundation for sustainable development. Why these books? Children need them to learn honesty. Teenagers need them to become ethical leaders. Parents need them to raise children of strong character. Educators need them to nurture values and excellence. Communities and policy makers need them to promote good governance. Ms. Bilkisu Abubakar Sambo is an educator, public administrator, and author. She is the founder of Mina Learning Foundation and the Ethical and Moral Rejuvenation Center. Her lifelong work is dedicated to youth empowerment, moral renewal, and nation building. Ladies and gentlemen, I warmly congratulate Ms. Bilkisu Abubakar Sambo on this outstanding achievement. May these books inspire integrity, responsibility, leadership across Africa. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much. Please, another round of applause for Thank you very much. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Royal Highness, the chairman of this occasion. Next session is special remarks on book launch. And like I said earlier, I seek permission, the chairman of this occasion, Your Royal Highness, sir. We've made some amendments, ordinarily from the arrangement and from the organizers. Initially, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Bauchi State, while delivering his marks, will declare this conference open and make this book launch. But we become intimidated, and we are trying to be very careful, Mr. Chairman, and that is why quickly amendments were made. Because His Excellency, the Executive Governor, being the head of the executive arm, cannot do anything without the approval of the legislation. Surprisingly, and we sent the leader, the Speaker of Bauchi State House of Assembly, graciously honored this event, and automatically, by virtue of his presence, the convener informed us that the Speaker noticed us out of Assembly automatically will be the chairman of the book launch. So he is coming out to deliver his remarks, and at the same time, opening the book launch so that His Excellency will not be intimidated. The what they call it, the budgetary, the book of accounts are already there. Mr. Speaker has already cleared it. The center that has just been displayed, inshallah, Hajjah Balkisu will find it not difficult, inshallah, in actualizing her dream. Please let's appreciate the fortunate Speaker of the Assembly, Right Honorable Abubakar Y. Suleiman, as he steps into the podium for his remarks and also the good ones. Thank you.
This is an ambush. Yeah. I never expected that I would be a chairman of the occasion. All I know is I'm invited as a distinguished guest. But since that's the decision, without my approval, I have nothing but to accept it. So thank you very much, the chairman of the occasion. Oh, sorry, my boss is here. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Bauchi State, ably represented by the Honorable Commissioner of Religious Affairs, the chairman of the occasion, our erudite professor, who I'm actually impressed and overwhelmed with his presentation. But the question remains that, can we do what the Rwandans did? Can we? I don't know. Can we? Professor Witu, can we? There are so many professors here, my lecturers, they are here. If we trust we can, then we have a very, very, very significant and important duty to do, to perform as an individual. So thank you very much. Let me quickly go through my latest speech. It is with immense pleasure and deep sense of responsibility that I join distinguished scholars, policy makers, traditional and religious leaders, development partners, members of the civil society, and other eminent Nigerians at this important national conference organized by MENA Learning Foundation and also the book launch. I sincerely commend the foundation for initiating this timely and thought-provoking conference. At a period when our nation is confronted with numerous socio-economic and governance challenges, conversations centered on ethical leadership, integrity, civic responsibility, and moral rejuvenation are not only relevant, but indispensable to our collective progress. The theme of this year's conference, Building a Nation of Integrity, Ethical Leadership, Civil Responsibility, and Moral Renewal for Sustainable Development, speaks directly to the aspirations of every patriotic Nigerian. Sustainable development cannot thrive where corruption, indiscipline, injustice, and the erosion of moral values are allowed to flourish. Rather, it is built upon the foundation of honesty, accountability, transparency, justice, and responsible citizenship. As legislators, we recognize that our constitutional responsibility extends beyond lawmaking. We are entrusted with the sacred job of safeguarding democratic values, promoting accountability, ensuring prudent management of public resources, and enacting legislation that strengthen institutions and promote good governance. Ethical leadership must therefore remain a guiding principle in public service if we are to restore public confidence and accelerate national development. The Multi-Sectoral Assembly remains fully committed to supporting policies and legislative initiatives that promote transparency, accountability, youth development, quality education, social justice, and responsible governance. We believe that building a society founded on integrity begins with strong institutions, exemplary leadership, and citizens who are guided by sound moral principles. However, government alone cannot achieve this. It cannot achieve this noble objective. Families, educational institutions, religious organizations, traditional institutions, the media, civil society organizations, and private sector all have indispensable roles to play in nurturing future generations whose character is defined by integrity, patriotism, discipline, and service to humanity. I therefore urge all participants to take full advantage of the rich deliberations and intellectual engagement, especially that of my brother, Professor Ahmed, that this conference offers. Let us move beyond discussions to practical actions and enduring partnership that will strengthen ethical leadership, rebuild public trust, and inspire a national culture of integrity and accountability. On behalf of the Multi-Sectoral Assembly, I congratulate the Mina Learning Foundation for organizing this commendable initiative. I pray that the recommendations emerging from this conference will contribute meaningfully to the national policy, institutional reforms, and the moral transformation necessary for peaceful, prosperous, and sustainable Nigeria. While thanking you for honoring and inviting me as a distinguished guest, and just now my status was upgraded from a distinguished guest to the chairman of the occasion. Therefore, on behalf of myself and the chairman of the occasion, begins the launch of the book. To launch the book, huh? Yeah. Further invite. Further invite. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So that this is now I'm going to take a lunch and yes. Yes.
So in my capacity as the chairman of the occasion, I will start the launch of the books by
yeah. That's why I'm willing to that. I'm willing to this.
Thank you very much. Like I said, as chairman of the occasion and a legislator, not executive, you know what? You know the difference between the legislature and the executive. We make law, the executive execute the law. We make money law, the executive execute the money. They spend the money. We make the law, they spend the money. So by virtue of this, as a legislator who doesn't have enough money, and on behalf of the 31 members of the Multi-Cell Assembly, I'm launching this book with the purchase of 31, no, our clerk, I know the clerk will need it. We have the clerk of the National Assembly here. The clerk will need it, some members of the management will also need it. So we are launching this 35 copies of this book at the cost of I think that's what all of us have to do.